You know, I really want to start the video by not giving you guys that, like, little blip of the Minecraft launcher, but for some reason, even though this is windowed borderless, it literally isn't proper windowed borderless. Like, I can move my cursor to other screens, of course. I just can't, like, I can't do anything else with it. Uh, Let me see, clouds, fast. Clouds would be nice. I can do minimal particles, I can do, like, while I'm in here, I might as well change graphics. By the way, this is the second hardcore episode. Welcome to the video, by the way. Thank you for clicking. And I'll just try to get a move on pretty quickly here, but let me just check a few more things first. 20 chunks, 20 chunks. Yeah, that should be good. Fluid culling, fluid shaping, entity sorting, chunk update threads, yeah, I don't know what any of this is now. Okay. Khorne. Apparently that's the name of the world we had. Okay, so we're back on thing. We're back on, gosh darn it. Anytime I want to do changes in, like, OBS, like, scroll down a bit more, scroll up a bit more. I should just, hold on, I can do something real quick here to alleviate this. Yeah, there we go. Now I can watch all my audio and I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so we have one iron, we just got a shield, we have armor, we have a farm that's currently developing, and we have plenty of other stuff, you know. Man, my voice is really not wanted to talk. Before we get into it, I guess I'll say that I am currently on 2 hours of sleep. I don't know why, but my body decided to take a short nap and wake up at 3 a.m. rather than actually giving me a full night's rest of sleep. And instead of trying to go to sleep again, which is just not just it's just usually not something I do, you know. Either my body gives me the sleep I want or I take whatever I get at the first stop at the gas station, you know. If the pump doesn't give me my full amount, I just continue on my journey. It's not the best thing to do. Definitely wouldn't recommend it. I do not condone that. Anyway, one of our spruce trees has grown. We can mine more wood. We could, like, start some sort of house here, I guess. We could do that. Could. Uh, I mean, there's just a zombie across the lake over there. I can't fishing rod him in here, so I don't know what to do with that guy. I'm gonna do slabs here because they're a bit more efficient. Go. That way we can open our chests and still have some filled space. Um, Book and quill, right. We need to write the end of the episode in that. Just keep it safe in a chest, that way we don't lose it. Um, I don't... oh, they're defending him from the zombie. Okay. Let me see. Potion of invisibility. Huh. Minus 100% waypoint transmit range. I'm gonna turn that down. um, yeah, I already have most of this. The one thing that's interesting here is a acacia sapling, which I'm... yeah, I only have 2 emeralds, man. I'll kill your llamas since they're causing a lot of noise, and they'll give me leads. I guess now that I have leads, I haven't even gotten, like, a single amount of wheat. Well, I have wheat, actually, to to lure cows, so I could do that. Yeah, you know what? Let's do. Okay, so something we could do is a fence over here. You could just craft a basic amount of planks for this, make a basic amount of sticks, just do some large farms, something that can give us room to expand. Doing these nearby the crop farms isn't the best idea. It'll have to do, I think. Like, it'll probably just have to do. I could do a expansion of the dirt here. Try to give myself a bit of terraforming. Let me see. We got sweet berries to mine. I really want to keep this more interesting, but the ironic thing is that I feel like late stage gameplay is more interesting to record, but less interesting to play. And it's the opposite for early game stuff. Because in the early game, all I have to talk about is the early game phase. How that is. You are so loud, sir. I'm killing you. Even destroyed one of my two of my potatoes along, because I thought one of them was ripe. And a sweet berry. Look at how much chaos this man has caused to my community. Okay. Sugarcane. Ooh, nice. Some of our wheat is actually grown. I didn't mean to mind that one. Yeah, it took ridiculously long to get those grown. I have no idea why they're stumping so much at, like, the final... just the final phase here. Like, there's so many in that phase. Also, like... I mean, look at these. Well, I actually might have just mined those. I don't. I think there's actually an issue where pumpkins or melons can't grow onto the onto this stuff. I forget what it's called, but they can't grow onto this brown stuff. They can only grow onto raw dirt or grass, I think. Anyway, this fence, we need to put something down. Could probably start off with something a bit small, maybe. Do some, just some basic things, like a farm. We already have vegetable farms, but we're gonna need early game cow farms specifically. That'll get us pretty far. The feathers from chickens is optional because you don't necessarily need to have a bow for combat. Even though it is useful, it's one more thing to enchant. If you have enough skill, you can totally just fight mobs close quarters. I'm trying to find a way to use all my fences here, and I think, yeah. Wow, I can't even find a way. Okay. Uh, no, that means things can walk in there. Hold on. Oh, that's just a spare. I wish they had a similar woodworking bench, like you could get a 1x2 crafting block that can mess with stuff like fences or stairs and turn them into slabs or turn fences into gates and so on. I think that would be pretty cool. Makes building things a bit less like it pleases the side of my brain that wants to optimize whatever resources I'm using. It's very nice. I like little things like that, like the grindstone is one of the best additions to the game. Um, I have bundles and I haven't used them. Let me see. So put all those in one category. That's not the right category. Um, put all this wood stuff in a category. And then put all this in a category. See, look at that. Like, people really don't like bundles, at least from what I've seen. Like, I feel like they just didn't give them enough of a chance, you know. They just didn't want to see what they were like. That's what I think. That's what I think happened with them. And that's okay, you know, like if a game feature is added and people don't want to be interested in it, that's fine. My problem is when people talk about it like it's objective, when it's like, it's their own subjective experience. And just because everybody shares your subjective experience doesn't mean it's objective, it just means it's general. Kind of like with motorcycles, you know. Not everybody solved their speed wobble by accelerating. Oh, perfect, we find a cow first thing. I'll lead this guy and get the other guy too. If I can. Great. I'll have to pick up where we left off here. There it is. Now I'll just lead both of you with wheat and leads. This is how, like, this is personally how I optimize the amount of time it takes and the amount of distance I have to pull these guys. I just use leads and wheat at the same time. It's kind of viewed as like, oh, if you have wheat, then you don't need to use a lead, and if you have a lead, then you don't need to use wheat. I use them at the same time, so that way, like, the guys are constantly pulled in my direction. They can't, like, get lost. That's something you see happen often. Where, like, you'll be leading some guys along, and they'll just entirely go off course. Like, they will not know how to follow the food that you're holding for them. And I don't get why. You know, it's coded into their NPC behavior to just follow the wheat, but for some reason they just stop sometimes. Like their pathfinding just fails. I don't know why. That's a personal frustration, but we have upcoming. I did not mean to do that. Well, I can still lead them in properly. See what I'm talking about? Like they just briefly stop paying attention to it. It makes no sense. Oh well, okay, that's cool. I definitely like what that guy's doing. Alright, both of my leads back. Now I have 2 cows and breed them once. They're distracted having the Congress. The Congress, that's what they're having. But ooh, nice. More wheat. Cool. Didn't mean to take that long. Okay, 5 more. Can keep expanding the farm. Now, some people might think, like, why don't you just wait for it all to grow? Well, it's because I'm getting wheat faster this way. We're building short progress right now. It's like short, desperate progress for the future, where we have the time. Not the time. We have other priorities to do. But for now, like, I can manage all of my farms very, very sparsely. Which, by the way, the cow farm will have to expand to the size of this pen in order to be effective at a late game level. So we're gonna have to keep it expanding. Same thing with a chicken farm, which a chicken farm is something I would like to optimize a bit. I think I did do that once actually. I I had a chicken farm on a world, and this world was very. It actually used a different world generation mod. It used a world generation mod called Larian, I think. And that thing hasn't been updated since 1.21.4. But up until 1.21.8, I could still use it because they hadn't updated the world generation, and that was fine. But then they updated it again. Well, no, they didn't update it again. It's just like the compatibility stopped working, even though they had made no changes to world generation. in 1.21.9. Now, they made them later, but it stopped working before that happened. So I lost that world because you couldn't load that world on a newer version. So I have a backup of it, and it's just waiting to be generated properly. I did load it once on like a proper generation, and it was horrifying. It's like the whole world got messed up. It sucked. But the main point being that I had a chicken farm on that. And instead of being the regular, like you put all the chickens in one spot and you have a hopper that feeds all the eggs, I had a hopper that passively collected eggs. I had a hopper in the center that eggs could drop into. I had like a little 3x3 post system and then a hopper in the center. And that's what I would do. Well, we just got a massive mob wave, I can already tell. I need to make sure I don't die here, actually. I think the hardest thing so far about hardcore for me has been realizing that it's hardcore. Like, I'm not just gonna die and respawn. Like, this bed is for sleeping, not for a spawn point. But I've played Minecraft that way for so long. Like, I spent 1,000 hours on Bedrock Edition. And I ported over to Java, like, right before they added hardcore. And, like, one of the main reasons that I wanted to go on to Java was so I could, like, put a torch in my offhand and so I could play hardcore, but, like... Yeah, I don't know how to engage this guy, because, like... Do I just block him forever until I eventually have the chance to engage? I guess I could make a bow. I could try to make a bow. That's what I mean, I guess. He can reach me from over there? Jeez, that's crazy. They totally... The way they made the trident drowned really troubles me. Why is your... Oh, okay. Well, no trident. Also, I feel like they should drop it guaranteed every time. Just saying, like, you know, other characters with weapons have plenty of a chance to drop them. Maybe not guaranteed every time, but, like, the same amount of chance that you have with any other character. Sorry, not character. Any other mob in the game. Because other mobs, like, if you kill a zombie with an iron shovel or an iron sword, then it's like... It feels like a 40% chance, but with the drowned, it feels like it's 0.03. Which I'm pretty sure is the actual chance. Like, that's the actual percentage chance. I wouldn't remember. It's been too long since the aquatic update 1.13. So, yeah. But yeah, we have farms to make, so I'll venture back out into... Oh yeah, iron spear. Yeah, we should totally make that. Yeah. Stone spear, I'll find somewhere to put it later. Great soundtrack, by the way. Great soundtrack. I love how it's feeling. Lena Raine is nowhere near, like, as Minecraft-y as C418, and that's just because the guy defined the game's soundtrack. Like, it's not a fair playing field when you come into a game's soundtrack after the guy already did an amazing job. Like, that's not a fair playing field. You're never going to be good. Like, you're never going to be as good as the guy you're competing against when he literally defined the whole game within the first year. It was great. That's part of why we can never get somebody to replace his soundtrack. But I think that Lena Raine has still contributed something amazing to the Minecraft soundtrack. She has made great, like she's made me want to look up the songs more than experience them in-game. C418 makes me want to hear the song again in the game, just one last time while I'm playing. And Lena Raine makes me want to look up the song to listen to it in when I'm playing other games, or if I'm like just doing other things throughout the day, like I'd say C418's ambient soundtrack is amazing for Minecraft, and Glenna Rain's ambient soundtrack is amazing for life. But they're both good at both of those things in their own ways. I don't want to fall from this tree completely. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't leave any wood. Doesn't seem like I did. It's decaying really fast. Yeah, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Cool. Okay. I'm terraforming, like, I'm just removing all the trees here. This isn't terraforming, I'm just removing the trees so I can put a fence here. Because I'll put the chicken farm over here. I'm considering doing more of a bunker style rather than a home here. Like, there's definitely an opportunity to do a massive underground base here. With how low... Oh, I had no idea. Um, anyway, the... Sorry, my alarm just went off. That completely threw me off the rails. Um, if we continue this base diagonally downwards, like both of the lakes, or the lakes or ponds here, kind of, they just have these lakes and ponds literally have one like one block of water level to them. So they're very low water level and they won't be very deep. So we can build plenty of rooms right below them. And also plenty of farm right above them, so that it lines up really well with the base plan. I feel like it's going to be great. And I could make pathways between all of them, like I could make nice little pathways here, like I could pathway the whole place. That's something I did with my last world that made it feel a lot more at home. I'll do the same thing here. It definitely makes it feel like you've been here long enough to like earn a place in the space, it's like there's just something about a walked pathway on dirt that really brings a sense of belonging, like you're supposed to be there. I mean, technically, based off of other people, you're literally on the right path, so. Can you even burn things with campfire? You can't. Yeah. Suppose that's. I mean, like, I can add more here and make a path around this. These gosh darn trees in my way. See, I want to preserve most of the forest here, so that way I have nearby wood. But I think I already have enough wood, and like, the two trees here will provide enough wood for me. They'll be fine. There was one time on the same Minecraft realm that defined a lot of the way that I play Minecraft. I had a spruce tree farm so big that I converted about a 500 by 500 block acre, you could say, um, of land. Like it was in a mountain similar to that one, and I just like, but imagine like oak trees lining that whole thing, just oak trees, and I turned it all into spruce because I didn't want oak there. I was tired of oak. The plains biome is the most common biome you could find in Minecraft, and it lasts so long. Now, the desert biome is actually not that common, but lasts even longer. But it feels like, if I go that way for long enough, I get spruce, and if I go that way for long enough, I get spruce, but I'll never get a like a wasteland biome or like desert. It doesn't feel like this. It feels like an open world game with way too much range to get to the diverse biomes. And that's a personal gripe. I just wish that like I could get all the things a bit faster, but it's alright. Alright, 4 bone meal, nice. Um, Man, I'm scatterbrained. I need to build that chicken farm. Right, I was making the path to it. See, I get sidetracked on all these little things in the Minecraft worlds, Like, I want my world to be a specific way. Because I want it to be my way. I'm gonna make this part off to the side here to have the path go on that way. I don't know. Hold on. I still need more. Oh, I should have made a shovel with that ingot. Huh. Well, I can breed the cows by now, I guess. Breed the cows and, Oh, another day has passed. Already. See, This is why in the little, like, journal that I made, I decided to do it by episode rather than day. I tried to do it by day for a while in a Minecraft world, and it was like so tiresome because like I would reach an end of day like this, and I'm like, oh man, it's already another day, and I have to like update it. It's like I made a few paths. Like so little happens in a day in Minecraft worlds. It feels unless you're doing like those hardcore series and you're one of those people who just optimized the crap out of the game. I can't seem to optimize it for the life of me. I guess I'll mine some more cobblestone down here. Oh, yeah, right, I found an underwater cave here. I didn't actually find a real cave, no, because half the time you find more underwater caves than you do real caves now. I really wish they didn't add underwater caves. Like, they are a nice environmental addition to the game, but they feel horrible. And unless you have, like, a water-breathing potion to actively, like, scavenge the, like, it takes so much more time. This is already a time-consuming game. I don't need more time-consuming features in my time-consuming game. That's what Overwatch feels like right now. Right. Gonna make sure this path treads away from the lake. So if I want to like hoe this dirt later, then it doesn't interfere too much with the path. Nor does the path interfere too much with the farm. So, uh, yeah, now we're here. So I'll go back and craft the fences after I sleep. I always make a red bed whenever I start these worlds. I have a blue one because that's the one I took from the village, but I should change that. Make it red bed. Ooh, and make a red bundle while I'm at it. Why not? I think I want this one to be the red bundle, actually. Oh yes, I want the red bundle. I want the one with all the meat inside it to be the red one. My voice is so labored today. Wow. I mean, I can't tell if it's just really dry or if I have some sort of strep throat. It actually feels like strep throat. I might have it. I might genuinely have strep throat. Uh, oh man. Okay, so fence, right? Fence. It's so hard to keep myself on track when I'm actually yapping like this. Did I? Okay. Yep. Just trying to make sure I didn't. Oh, I did already craft fences. Oh, now I've got plenty of fences. This is probably what my dad feels like. No, I'm kidding. Uh, Let me think. So, I could make a chicken farm like this, or I could make it an entirely different farm. I have no idea which one to do. I'm gonna put a random granite slab here. I wonder if that pisses off anybody. I hope it does. I'm looking for people to get on their peeves, really peeve them, That's one of my favorite ways to avoid, like, oh, instead of like saying pissed off, you say peeved off. That's actually a whole subject within my head, like the ways that people will avoid swearing, and how, to me personally, it's more of a limiting of your own personal expression rather than accurate to your own manners. And manners intrigue me in the first place because I view manners as more of like a unnecessary limitation. Like if you're going to talk with food in your mouth, you should cover your mouth while you. And I had like a guy I was talking to once where like I was talking to him and I couldn't hear him and he was covering his mouth and that was why. But he was also eating food. And the food wasn't the reason I couldn't hear him, it was because he was covering his mouth because of his own personal values for manners. And while I don't have anything against that, it's like moments like that, like people refusing to put their elbows on tables. Like I don't do that personally anymore, but that's not because I have manners. That's because I've learned to have a more relaxed posture when I'm sitting, and I'm also taller now. I fit tables more now. Do you understand how short kids' arms are? Like when you're the age that you're telling them at, like telling them to not put their arms on the table, or sorry, their elbows, is the same age where they kind of have to. Like, otherwise, they're keeping their elbows in the air and just. They look like a caveman. They look more unmannered trying to follow manners. There's also, like, proper fork and knife use. There's not. There's like there's so many different ways to do them, and like some people will correct which hand you use on your fork or knife. Now we don't cut, we don't like use our hands like a primate, like that. That's what manners feel like to me. It's such an unnecessary way of dignifying yourself. We're already way more dignified than animals. That's my bare minimum. Like, as long as you don't use the toilet in front of me, I think you're dignified enough. Unless you have the audacity to like loudly fart in front of somebody, I think that's fine. Yeah, I love how half of me playing Minecraft right now is literally just me yapping about stuff that I already would have yapped about on my video essay channel. Like, I could cut out parts of these videos to like put them on the video essay channel. Like, here's my opinion on being an Amazon package delivery worker. Hint, hint. It pays well, there's for the job. Therefore, the job is good. You know, like that's the logic I would use. If a job pays well, then it's probably a good job. I think. I don't know. That's how most of my other guys think. You know, like they think, huh, I want to be MRI technician because MRI technician get paid well. I like to go for an in between, a middle ground, you know, like a job that I'll definitely enjoy and I'm already kind of qualified for. Like I already have the tools. Like if I want to go into package delivery, I'm a guy. I am not disabled. I can lift things. I've moved people into houses before, which really helps, you know. I guess I'll have to lead pigs today instead of chickens because I can't find chickens. This happened This happened a while ago with cows, actually. Like, I couldn't find a single cow on an island once. Every time I start a survival world and I'm in this phase where I'm looking for all the animals to herd like I'm Noah, there's always this issue where, like, there's one mob that I'm having an insane difficulty finding, and I can never figure out why. It makes no sense because I'm in the plains biome. This is where all the mobs are. This is where, like, the standard four mobs, like sheep, cows, pigs, and chickens. This is where those standard four mobs are. Now, like, if you want to, you can go for rabbits if you want. You could, if you wish. Rabbit farms are good if you have villager trade set up with a butcher. That is definitely a dream of mine to have like such a sophisticated villager trade system where I actually have a rabbit farm and I actually like feed the rabbits and like kill them and wow. Look who decided to show up. I guess I'll carefully herd all three of you back now. I really hope this thing doesn't have a pathfinding error in the middle of me trying to lure it to my base. I can barely tell where my base is right now. I actually can't tell where my base is right now. I have no idea. Alright, guys, cross the canal. Cross the canal. Okay, there we go. No. Hey, what happened, man? See, this is what I'm talking about, you know? No, that's fine. Like, the guy wasn't even... Holy, you immediately ran away. What is your problem? Immediately going the other way. Do you even want to be here? Come on, it's not like you're being led on a leash against your will. I'm still trying to find out where in the world my base is. I think it's actually over that way, maybe. Come on, pig. Come on, figure it out already. You guys are animals. You're supposed to be able to pathfind your way. I'm just ranting at animals for fun. Yeah, there's my base. Okay, we're not too far. A lot further than I'd like. I thought my base was over that way because I saw the mountains. Sorry, chicken. Come over this way. Cross onto the land. Thank you. Please, pig, just figure it out. Just figure it out. Figure it out, guys. Did you figure it out yet? That you're supposed to be pointing in the direction of the thing you're being told by? Okay, good job, pig. Good job. Good job. Now I'll just have to... This is just 40 minutes of me failing to build a fence and failing to lure animals. You know what? I could probably do this. Hold on. I'll just tie these guys to the fence randomly and then get that guy over here and put him in the actual chicken farm. Oh yeah, I need gates. I should probably do that. Oh hey, an egg. Thank you, sir. Early donation. See, this guy is invested. This chicken is way better than the pigs because he's investing in his own future as a farm animal. That's what you need to do. This is so unbelievably slow, I'm gonna grab a boat. Okay. So, grab the chicken, like, put him in the boat, is what I would like to do. There we go. And then for some reason you can't just lure them out of the boat with seeds, even though I would love to do that, so I can avoid accidental animal slaughter. I would love to do that. Okay. I'm actually gonna... You know what? I'm tired of, like... My voice is so weak right now. I am tired of trying to project it to the mic. I'm gonna bring it closer. Kill two birds with one stone, why not? Alright, so... Now that it's a lot closer, can actually relax for a bit. Instead of just constantly projecting. I am very tired. Anyway, chicken's right here. I just need to probably fence it in for a bit before I get my gates set up. Well, I guess okay, so I'll do the gate that way. Then I'll get it, okay, so get the gates, Find the girl, find the robot, find the girl, find the robot. Okay, I think I'm literally one stick away from having a gate. Yeah, I was. Okay. Now I just need another gate for the other end. I mean, I don't really need to access the chicken farm from the other end, but at the same time it would be nice. I don't know what plan I have in mind that constitutes such a need for that, but I don't know. I just my subconscious has plans for my Minecraft world that I must follow. I have no idea why. Go, just one more bone meal to add to the bone meal supply. More wheat. Which means more wheat for the cows, which means more cows, which means steak, eventually. And also leather. 27 seeds. Whoa, 27 seeds. That's a lot. Okay. That's way more than I expected. This is great, though. That's another thing I like about crop farms. They're so exponential. Like, eventually, after you grow them enough, they just start to encroach upon every speck of land you have, if you want to keep expanding them, you know? I don't know, that's my favorite thing. Had to remember an ancient method there to hoe that farm. The ancient method of having it first, then hoeing it. something I figured out years ago. Okay, so we have we have a we have boredom. That's what we have. I think that's what I have. Hey, those are my pigs. Okay, I'll add some torches to these farms. That way they have some spawn proofing. These guys are crossing the Bering Strait to get to me. And do you guys want wheat? There you go. Well, that was a worthwhile investment. There'll be a cow. Sooner than the rest. We just can't tell right now. Don't you do? Okay. I thought that guy was gonna stomp my crop. And that's why I love the spear. Let me see. I'll have to keep expanding the potato farm now. I really don't like the leaf litter. Like, it barely adds any amount of aesthetics to the plains biome. The plains biome is a bit plain to be saved by additions. Aesthetically, you know, it's a bit too plain for itself. There we go. Okay, now we just keep expanding a bit. I don't really like how this farm is looking right now, but it's okay. It's alright, it's just a bit rough around the edges. I'll just keep telling myself that, even though I have, like, the most picturesque versions of farms in my head that are, like, absolutely down to the very last detail. Absolutely perfect. And I might actually even mine dirt just to make these farms better. Should also probably sleep if I don't want to deal with mobs all day. Or place the red bed I crafted like 2 days ago. I just realized I absolutely cleared out the mic with that one. I'm gonna limit myself to like 4 decibels below. That way I never actually reach the red bar. Yeah, this just isn't big enough. Like, this... I mean, it seriously just needs to be a bigger farm, but I can't reach it past there. If I do a bit more hoeing, I can get it to this extent. But this is about the biggest my farm gets for now. Unless I decide to... Unless I decide to do what exactly? There's not really much I can do. Oh yeah, chicken. So, chicken's laying eggs. Let's see. 1, 2. Nothing. Okay. See, that's the thing. If you only find one chicken, then it kinda sucks. Because you're just waiting on the RNG of the eggs. You're really just hoping that in a couple of eggs, that there will be a baby chicken. And then you'll just be able to spam seeds at that baby chicken and then grow the rest of the farm. But, well, what usually ends up happening is you get like a whole stack of eggs in a row, and then you start the next stack, and then you get it immediately on the spot. I need one more piece of wheat to feed you guys. And then you guys can have another baby. Okay, here you go. Happy. There we go. I should have kept the seeds for the chicken. Well, we have pigs, we have cows. Now we just need... Well, we need a pen to put the pigs in as well. We need a pig pen. We need to do a 9 Inch Nails reference and have all the pigs all lined up. That's probably the most obscure, like, 90s rock reference I've ever made in my life. That song probably didn't even come out in the 90s. See, and you can never, like, get rid of the leaf litter fully. Like, if I wanted to do leaf litter correctly, actually something I just thought of, I could remove all the leaf litter and add all of it, literally all of it, to my pathways. Like, just do... Just do it on the edges, just like... a bit randomly, you know? So aesthetic, so perf. So perf. It's something to do with it. I'm satisfied. I need to craft more fences, though, for that pig pen. And keep mining the trees that I was about to mine for the pig pen. I have 0 iron. That's a very big stump in the game's progression. Like, you kind of need iron. A little bit. Or I could just go mine copper. I think I'll do the other one, because it's easier than finding, like, finding more iron. Okay. Here we go. Copper. Copper, copper, copper. Now, the nice thing is that copper provides, like, copper tools were a very good addition, in my opinion, okay? Because I like this phase of the game a lot. So improving this phase of the game to be a bit easier to, like, have a smoother progression line. Like, you don't go from stone to iron, and you don't become, like, insanely reliant on iron immediately. Instead, you have this through line where, like, you can mine something that has a fortune effect to it, kind of like lapis, like, or redstone, you know, you can get multiple from one block. It's very abundant, and it gives you slightly more mining speed. And I'm pretty sure, like, same amount of durability either way. Like, it makes this phase of the game feel a bit better, makes it feel a bit easier to get through, and I like it just for that purpose. And I think they made a really good decision by adding this into the game. It was very cool of Mahjong. Can we canon that? Can we canon calling Mojang Mahjong? I like that, personally. I think that's a very good name. I think Mahjong is very fitting for them because they feel like this random Chinese game that somehow works on your mobile phone and you can play it, even though you realistically have no idea how the actual real life rules of that game work. You know, just like Minecraft. You would have no idea how to actually survive out in the wilderness like this, and it wouldn't be nearly as simple as just putting a bunch of things on a crafting table. Oh, fences. Not nearly enough fences. Isn't this enjoyable watching me craft manually? Isn't that great? If I don't see the viewer retention jump by 2 viewers, then I'm quitting. Okay, I have 15 15 fences here. You know what? The pigs are getting the smallest pen on Earth. That's what I've decided. I've decided I will be like Thorin, or whatever his name was, and I will not have them. Not one single corn. That's what I'm gonna do. Let me see. Um, yeah, probably. Okay, we got both of those mined, so now I'm gonna mine the big one. There's definitely, there's definitely stray logs just hiding in those bunches of leaves. I need to go back and craft an axe. Oh, you guys get to watch manual axe crafting gameplay. Alright, so you put these ones here, and oh no, now you gotta watch manual cobblestone mining gameplay. 3, 4, 5, 6, because I decided to mine double of what I needed, maybe triple actually. That actually is literally triple of what I needed. Okay, let me see. Okay, I got a stone axe now. Back to the manual tree mining gameplay. Holy motif, what the motif? Is that a reference to my most popular video? Me when the Requiem motif? I mean, I'll try to mine this whole thing out, but like, it always feels impossible to get these on the first try, you know? Because they just make it feel like you're almost there, like you have just like a few logs left, and it's like you just find more. They're always in the weirdest spots. I think this one is actually done, though. Could be done on the first try. You get better at it over time, too, so that's another thing. I actually have so many oak log... Like, I have so many oak logs that, like, as we get further away from the spruce trees here, I think I'll make the last farm in this center part over here, right here, like, here. I'll make the last farm there, and I'll make it oak fences instead. Because that just lines up better with the biome transition, you know? It'll look a bit fancy, look a little bit antique, if you will. What music is blessing my ears right now? This is great. Bone meal. I need more wheat for the cow farm, right? Yeah. Ooh, the chicken probably spawned an egg by now. It also might have despawned by now. Yeah, it looks like it despawned already. Can you pop out an egg for me if I give you seeds? Nope. Waste of seeds. This is great. Lena Rain is literally the reason that I got the current game music soundtrack mod. Because now, I actually can, like, I could look back through my video footage and find out what was playing here. Because this is really good, you know? This is great. I know it doesn't hit as hard for other people, and that's understandable as well. Like, you can't just copy the C418 magic, you know? I didn't. See, that's weird to me. When you destroy a sweet berry bush that's slightly ripe, you don't get anything besides one single sweet berry. It sucks. I don't like it. Anyway, right. Probably feed the cow farm. It's probably a good thing to do. We have 7 wheat, so let's tribute a lot. Probably sleep, too. You don't want any skeleton... Like, you don't want any skeletons to be thunderstruck. Or get, like, 4 skeleton horse jockeys to be spawned with all spears and everything, and that would be terrifying. Making a big sugarcane farm will also give us a very big advantage for late game stuff, like enchantment table stuff. Why won't that water block just solve itself? Why not? Dude, you ruined it. Alright, now I have 18 sugarcane and I still have not ran out of land to put that sugarcane on, so I'll keep going. Because I see no reason to stop. It doesn't have to be even, it doesn't have to be smooth, it just has to be sugarcane. It has to be. Because I said so. What the? Oh, zombie converts to drop. What the? You're in the wrong lane, buddy. Anyway, sugarcane, craft more fences, probably. Yeah, I think that's the last thing I was on. So, just 4 more things of fences. Yep, okay. Now we have 27 fences. That's a decent amount. Now we can start to build the pig pen. I would probably start here. Give it a bit more distance from the farm, probably. Like, also get rid of this island here. It adds a bit of character, but it's not in quite the right spot. I can replace it in probably a better way. Not the right spot by, like, Khorne Builder Co. standards, you know? Like, I'm the builder for this land, and by my standards, you know, it just doesn't fit the quota. I'll probably do 1 more block tall for this thing, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. I hate that. That's horrible. I know what I have to do here, actually. Hold on. Never mind. I have no idea what to do here. There we go. Okay. So I do have an idea what to do here, I just did it wrong. This is what I was trying to do. There we go. So, now I'll just have to enter the pig pen from this side, which is a bit confusing. So I'll just remove a fence post somewhere else. I might do it. I heard the start of a cave sound. Not a moo. That was horrifying. What the? Jeez. Scared the bejeebus out of me. Okay, 10, 12. sorry. Oh, we already reached an hour of gameplay footage, actually. So this is coming up on when I need to end the recording to conclude the episode. Don't want them to be much longer than an hour, you know? I don't want to subject you guys to too long of a watch time of me, so yeah. Probably replace the island like that. Yeah, cool. And, but yeah, I guess we'll conclude this episode here. Let me do the YouTuber thing. Hold on, I haven't done this in so long. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Make sure okay, that's the end of my impression. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, yeah. Goodbye.